Greetings. First and foremost, Holy Spirit, casting away all dark energy sent to harm or disturb me, my loved ones, and you. So to start out this reading, I am going to pull a few tarot cards just to clear out the energy, to see what's going on. So this is going to be a full reading. So I am going to pull chakra cards. I'm going to pull messages from your angels, and then I'm going to go with some oracle cards, and I also have a second tarot deck. So we're really going to get into it, get into the nitty gritty on what is happening right now for you guys. All right, Ace of Swords. I'm definitely going to be giving you some clarity on how to move forward in these situations, okay? This is going to be past, present, or future energy. So please take what resonates. And if this reading is not resonating for you, feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. And we're going to hop right into it, all right? And also, so in the description box below, or in my bio, there is information for if you do want to do a general reading, like if you want me to give you a general reading. I'm also doing dream interpretations, and all that information is in the description box, or you can check my bio and you can email me with your inquiry and we can go from there. All right, Holy Spirit, clear, concise, and precise messages for the collective, what they need to know right now. All right, with this death card, you're definitely going through a transformation, okay? And this transformation is you casting a lot of this depression. It could be in the form of like missed opportunities, to where sometimes you let your mood kind of control how you're moving, pretty much. You're no longer feeling like disconnected, and you're also reevaluating these emotions when they do pop up. So it seems as though you're definitely getting to the root of whatever like could be bothering you. All right, and it's bringing you a lot of harmony and joy, especially when it comes to having harmony with your light and your spiritual side, okay? You definitely do feel much brighter because you've ended out of a very hard cycle, and now you are birthing a lot of new opportunities. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, you are definitely giving to a situation. Like, you are giving a lot, okay? And pretty much, like, it helped you to stand up as a leader to, like, really move past it. And it had a lot to do with your communication, okay? Because you know this new beginning that you're on. You know, you're trying to gain clarity on how to move forward, and you're realizing that you really have to maintain healthy boundaries, especially against these individuals that are committed to lying, trickery, you know, like just not living their life with the same morals and values that you have. So clarify this Hierophant, Holy Spirit, and this Emperor. So the Hierophant and the Emperor came out, so it's definitely giving like some divine masculine energy is in your energy. And it seems as though in the 5D, like you definitely have like your counterpart definitely working in the 5D to protect you in some type of way. With this Ace of Swords and this King of Wands, like this just reiterated what I said. Like somebody has made the decision that they want to protect you. Somebody is also very faithful, and they're feeling very inspired, okay? With this Queen of Wands, it's because you're attractive. You know, you're in a very attractive type of energy with this confidence, and it's not just about like outward beauty, it's also about the beauty inside, okay? So somebody's definitely looking at that and realizing, you know, the type of person that you are. All right, King of Wands did come out with Queen of Wands, so this definitely feels like twin flame, high level soulmate type of energy. Somebody definitely has their eye on you, okay? You've definitely been identified either in the 3D or the 5D. It's giving like somebody has identified you in the 3D, like somebody views you as being like their wheel of fortune, you know, somebody views you as being very lucky, very abundant, okay? And it's not just in a way where like someone's gonna be like they're not gonna be like materialistic and just like looking at the outside and things like that. Like somebody definitely sees you and feels you on a soul level, and it's like this breakthrough that's happened for them, it's so like, it's affecting them so much, but it's like in the most positive way, as to where you're awakening, like your growth is awakening joy in someone else, you know, like you're definitely doing so much work, and it's like you are doing so much work to like help raise the collective consciousness, and you're being blessed for that. You know, you have a lot of blessings that are coming your way, and then you also have like, oh my gosh, like you're helping so many individuals. This energy feels amazing. I ain't even gonna hold you. Anything else, Holy Spirit? What about this? Yeah, somebody did a lot of work. Okay, they did a lot of work to cause conflicts, to cause issues, to, you know, cause discourse in your life and things of that nature, and none of that shit worked because you remain defensive. And it's like your intuition helps to defend you against these negative attacks. Okay, so you might have a random day, you wake up and you like, I don't even feel like really eating nothing too heavy. I just want to drink some tea and, you know, have a picnic, go outside, and you don't even realize what you're doing, but you're grounding your energy, you know, and that's helping to like push out a lot of like negative energies that could be coming your way. Okay, you have a lot of wisdom, and now you're actually mindful and paying attention to those things that you're naturally doing, which are helping you in the long run, which is actually like putting you in a space as to where you are manifesting these desires, this abundance faster and faster, because you're doing things with intention. You know, instead of randomly waking up like, you know, I just want to have a picnic today, you're like, okay, this is my intuition, my higher self letting me know. The Most High is definitely letting me know that I need to ground my energy. So it's like you go outside, you have your picnic, you drink your tea, you meditate, you pray, you know, you get your body moving, you do your stretches and things like that. And that puts you in a higher vibration. Okay, now that is an example, but this literally could be what somebody has been doing a lot lately. Okay, I ain't making it up. Like, you are exuding an elegant type of energy, okay? And it's because you're very self-sufficient, and then you're also independent. Like, you are not a follower. Like, you don't just go along with the status quo. You do what you gotta do, and you do what you want to do, right? And the Most High trusts you to have this power that you have because you're not selfish, because you're not moving in your ego. You know, that's a really good energy to have, okay? All right, and that is why you have some teamworks and collaborations coming towards you, okay? And this is something that is not unfamiliar to you. You know, you had a lot of individuals around you, but these individuals weren't on the same wavelength of you, which is why eventually envy would come up, jealousy would come up. You know, they would talk down to you, or, you know, about you to other individuals. But now you are being recognized for the power that you're carrying, and it's mainly because you continue to move with love, and then you also have a lot of focused effort on the things that you're doing, okay? So you're definitely in the energy of receiving a lot of awards for your efforts, okay? That was karmic energy that fell, so I'm not gonna take that at this time. I am gonna get to it though. All right, because as these individuals are fighting to have conflict, they want to be in competition, you are literally resting and relaxing, and you moving on your own time. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not so worried about it. You may have times where you're like, boom, this ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? You saying what needs to be said, but it's not something that is like, that's the first thing that comes to your mind. The first thing that comes to your mind, first and foremost, is when it comes to God, the Most High, Yahweh, the Holy Spirit, when it comes to praying, when it comes to, you know, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself. If you have children, caring, nurturing for your children, your home, like, those are the things that you're focusing on, you know? And when there are things that try to like slip through the cracks, you're definitely navigating through it because you are using your wisdom, okay? And that's definitely helping to have you out on top, you know, because you know your direction, you know where you're going, and then you also can tell, like, you have foresight. So it's like you can tell when something is gonna happen, when, like, in a negative way. If you respond in a certain type of way, you're thinking, you know what I'm saying? You're not just going out and just doing shit just to do shit, or, oh, I just figure it out as it goes along. No, you're actually thinking, and that is something that a lot of individuals don't do. But you learn how to do that, and that's through you working through trial and error, and you're tired of the trial moments. You know, you're tired of having to learn the same lessons over and over again. Like, it's definitely stuck with you, and that's really good, okay? Somebody tried to caused like a mental breakdown for you, or you had like some type of mental breakdown, or you were like exhausted mentally, you had a lot of deep wounds, you know, and it has to do with like some type of family situations. Like these individuals were supposed to move with integrity, fairness, clarity, you know, because this is your family. These are people that you love, they're close to you, they are either our family or you thought of them as family, and it's like they just wanted to like make you have emotions that were not okay. And that is why justice is being called in your favor when it comes to the Most High letting you know that you are ready for this next step in your journey. Somebody is definitely going through a breakthrough. At the top of this deck, we got freedom. You are free from any strongholds and limitations of anything from the past that did used to trip you up. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely moving in the right direction. Listen, what I'm saying, this King of Swords, like you are being courageous in the pursuit of your path, you know, like you find alternative solutions, like you're being strategic, but it's not strategic in like a way of negativity. You're being strategic to have the most positive outcome to everything that happens around you, and then also the individuals around you. Yeah, you're definitely feeling liberated. It's hella liberating, and you are also in the process of forming a spiritual family, or that is something that you are looking towards. So you know, expect to have like a night out or have like a time of fellowship, and it's gonna bring you a lot of happiness. It's gonna bring you a lot of balance. And it's because like for a long time you've been moving in silence. You know, you've probably in a period of solitude, and you just be chilling, like you be chilling by yourself, and you know, you're not really socializing with other individuals like that. But now you're starting to break out of your shell as to where you are starting to now put yourself out there a little bit more with being more social and things of that nature. So definitely expect a lot of like good fun, you know, pure fun to actually happen, and it's not gonna be a whole bunch of low vibrational bullshit, you know, because the shit that you used to find funny in the past, that definitely doesn't resonate with you anymore. So definitely acknowledge how far you have come in your journey. At one point in your life, like you felt very powerless when it came to close relationships, when it came to like unrequited love. And like unrequited love is pretty much like if you love somebody more than they love you, or you like somebody more than they like you, like you just never had like a shared understanding. And since you have cut these individuals off, you are definitely meeting individuals that are part of your soul tribe, you know, that you actually have like a shared understanding, right? And if this is not something that's resonating for you right now, expect a rapid change, and it's to build up a lot of momentum because it's coming in. And then with this Knight of Cups energy, like you're also calling in some type of like romantical type of connection, and it's because you continue to follow like your dreams and desires, and it's like you've had things that tried to distract you in some type of way, and you always kept focused. You know, you kept your eyes on the prize, you kept, you know, moving forward. You have your direction because you know exactly where you're going, and you're not letting anybody knock you off your path. You're not letting temporary emotions, temporary feelings knock you off your path, you know? And that is why your wishes are currently being fulfilled, It's definitely a lot happening for you in the 5D as to where God is just waiting to give you this windfall of blessings. It can happen any day now, any moment now, any minute now, any second now, So just make sure that you are remaining grounded, You definitely have a lot of material success also coming towards you. So keep working on your dreams and your goals, Listen, anticipate it. Anticipate these wishes coming true, You are to be expecting everything to work out in your favor, because you are guided, you are divinely protected and guided by the Most High, Yahweh, God, the Holy Spirit, the universe, whatever you call it. You are protected and you are divinely guided, You're finally standing in your power and knowing like, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am loved, I am strong, I am resilient, I am worthy of the love that is coming my way. You have to believe that, and you have to walk in that. Do not let anybody knock you off your path. If somebody wants to bring up low vibrational emotion for you, just laugh that shit off. Why? Because they see your light and they're trying to block your motherfucking blessing. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Yeah, you are the light. You are the light, you are the happiness, you are the joy, you are the triumph, And you are remaining optimistic as you move forward in your life. You are the truth. You speak your truth, you live your truth, you're not afraid to tell the truth, And people envy you for that. Instead of coming to you for guidance, they try to attack you, and they try to do it in sneaky ass little ways to where it's like, bro, like, you're bugging. I'm not even coming at you that way, but you trying to come at me that way. That goes to show how much they don't love themselves. People get mad at you for loving yourself. And what you gonna do about that? Keep loving yourself, right? You're gonna keep loving yourself. You're gonna keep standing in your power. You're gonna keep thriving. You're gonna keep growing. And you're gonna sit on that motherfucking throne and not let nobody play with you. I'm talking to somebody that is morally upright. You do the right thing. And sometimes it's hard to do the right thing, but you do it. Even in your most low vibrational self, you weren't trifling. Yeah, you might have had some flaws. Yeah, some shit you could have did, and you could have been like, damn, I really could have went about that another way. But you wasn't moving in devil energy. It was ignorance, and it was just not thinking before you did something. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself, because in the past, you didn't love yourself as much as you love yourself now. You didn't value yourself as much as you value yourself now, to the point where you're not allowing individuals that are not on the same wavelength to even get around you, to even fuck with you. Because at this point, they can't fuck with you. They can't. Listen, this is the transition. This is the transition that you're making now. This is what's happening now. This journey that you're on is going to provide you with a lot of relief. Okay? Because you're definitely moving in the right direction. You just have to believe that. Because there was a lot of difficult choices that you had to make. And you realize when you made these choices and stood on your boundaries, everything worked out the way that it should have. It worked out for the betterment of your future. So you're no longer feeling stuck in the middle of some bullshit. You're recovering from this financial loss, from these struggles. You overcame adversity, and you're continuing to make positive changes, and it's going to keep happening. Okay? So stop being so hard on yourself, okay? Things are not perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. Okay? And you are being encouraged by the divine to focus on your long-term success, okay? Somebody might be feeling a little bit impatient. You might be feeling a little bit of grief or sorrow about your long-term success, but you need to realize that you will be successful. Everything that you're working on now is going to be successful. Every new endeavor that you take that step towards will be successful. That is what you're going to tell yourself in the mirror. That's what you're going to journal about. That's what you're daydreaming about. That's what you're going to talk to God about. Because the limit doesn't exist. You have passion. And you're also fearless. Right? Expect a lot of new opportunities coming your way. Okay? And then you're also being creative when it comes to your endeavors and things of that nature. And it's because you're very emotionally fulfilled at this time. And you have gained emotional fulfillment without the support or the help from anyone else, okay? Somebody has definitely had feelings of being vulnerable. You know, you at one point you felt lost, or you could have been dealing with homelessness. You could have felt like you had a lack of support. You know what I'm saying? And now you have contentment and happiness from the purpose and your accomplishment, you know, and it's because you're listening to your heart. You're holding on to your values, because at the end of the day, you know that money can't buy that. Money can't buy common sense. And it's a lot of individuals out there that lack common sense. You continuing to have integrity. You continuing to move in the right direction. Following the golden rule. Treating each other how you want to be treated. That's what you're doing. But you're also not letting nobody play in your motherfucking face. You speaking up for yourself, your kids. You defending yourself and your kids. You get what I'm saying? Or if you have children. And I keep saying kids. So somebody definitely could be a parent. Okay? Expect to be celebrating some type of success when it comes to your children, okay? This is giving heavily like somebody has a child or children, or you want kids or something of that nature, but it kept coming up for me when it came to children. So you expect to be celebrating something, and it has something to do with your children. It's going to be a success. It's going to be a victory. You're going to feel proud of yourself, proud of your children, proud of your situation, of your life in general. Okay. So expect to have some type of like something, okay? And I'm also giving a reunion. Maybe someone it has been separated from their children, or like you have a child and you haven't seen your child in a while, or maybe your child has been like in some type of mood to where it's like they're not really communicating like they used to communicate. There is something happening in that, okay? There's something happening as to where you are going to have clarity. You're going to feel very proud. Also a reunion type of energy as to where you are going to just not be so hard on yourself, because whoever I'm talking to, you blame yourself for a lot, and you mainly have that feeling because there were individuals around you like in your forming years as to where they were very selfish, okay, and they tried to make you seem as if you were a type of way that you weren't, and it made this inner voice be very self-critical. Okay, if anybody, you know, comes to you any type of way or tries to bring up those feelings, you know, those old negative feelings that you have had, communicate that. You either communicate that to the Most High or communicate that to that individual. You're being called to emotionally express yourself. Okay, that will lead to a lot of forward momentum for you, and it'll also provide you with a lot of balance. Okay, we do move in love and light, of course, right? But you have to have a balance between your light and your shadow. You have to stick up for yourself, because it's going to be times where you're going to have to smack somebody. It's going to be times where you have to walk away. You're using your discernment and your wisdom to let you know which path to take. And you pray for the Most High if you're not sure on how to proceed. Okay? But the energy I'm picking up is heavy on expressing yourself emotionally. Okay? That will help with any emotional blockages you may have. Okay? I'm going to clarify this Ace of Cups. Oh, see, it came right out. Yeah, like you're going through a rebirth at this time, right? And it's like you're moving on from conflicts, and it's mainly because it seems as though something's happening, but you're not really saying much, but it's bringing up these feelings. Okay, it's bringing up feelings of anxiety, feelings of feeling exhausted, and you're thinking that, oh, you're exhausted because of your job, your kids, your whatever the fuck. No, you're feeling exhausted because the divine is calling judgment on a situation, right? And in order for you to not be negatively affected, right? You're being called to cast judgment. You are an earth angel. You are a divine being. You are able to cast judgment because you are living in your truth and speaking the truth. Somebody is doing something wrong, and it is your job to speak up for it. That will help you move on from this conflict, and that will take away any exhaustion. I said exhaustion. Any exhaustion that you may feel, and also any anxieties, fears, like any mental blocks that you feel you may have, okay? I'm going to pull some chakra cards because it's giving a throat chakra. What I say, it's giving throat chakra, and I got a throat chakra affirmation. So this is an affirmation that you can say in the mirror, and that's going to help to open up your throat chakra. I express my love and goodness each time I speak. Okay? When you're speaking up for some type of injustice that is happening, you are opening up your throat chakra. You are spreading your love and goodness because you are casting away any negative energy that someone is trying to project onto the world. Powerful, powerful. And we have the crown chakra concepts. This chakra's key concepts are enlightenment, consciousness, divine connection, and oneness. Its color is violet, and element, cosmic energy. It is crazy. Every time I do these and the concepts come up, and I always end up wearing the color, which is wild. But violet is like this purplish kind of color. But yeah, somebody could be born in August, heavy August, or you can have a life path number of 8. Somebody could be born in June, or you can have a life path number of 6, or you could be seeing 888, or you could be seeing 868, 668, like any, way the numbers come up. But we do have 3 8s and 1 6, okay? So definitely, I'm going to repeat this throat chakra affirmation. I express my love and goodness each time I speak. And you're expressing your love and goodness each time you speak to others, and with how you speak to yourself. Okay? You have to speak love and light into yourself as well. That's pouring into your own cup. Okay, and I am gonna get some messages from your angels, and then once I pull these angel messages, I am going to clarify them. Holy Spirit, any messages from the angels, anything they need to know? All right, so the first card that plopped out, I create my own path and walk it with joy. Failure is a part of learning. Be your own kind of beautiful. Okay, you got to speak up for yourself. And each of these affirmations definitely are crown chakra and throat chakra related. The synchronicities are amazing in this reading. But either way, like, don't be afraid to, like, stand in your divine power. You know, don't be afraid to be beautiful, to walk with your head up high, with your back straight, head up high. Like, that is something that you should be doing all the time. And I know it's hard. I know it gets hard because I've been there as well. I still go there sometimes. I'm still healing. All right? So don't think that I don't have my days where I'm like, God damn. No, I do. And that's when I nurture myself and love myself even more. I promise you it helps. Because you realizing that failure is a part of learning. Sometimes you are going to have a bad day. And those bad days are going to be deduced to bad feelings. And it's going to be deduced to irritation. So the same shit that used to make you pop and go off in the past, that shit not affecting you how it did in the past. Because you're seeing it, the energy. Oh, I'm not letting this transference of energy happen, bitch. You talking shit, you acting like this because of the hate that you have in yourself, and you trying to transfer that shit onto me, bitch. Not today. Not this one. I create my own path and walk with joy because you're a leader, not a follower. The Most High is guiding you. You don't need no guidebook. You don't need nobody to tell you where to go and how to step. You don't. All you need is the Most High and yourself. You're standing in your divinity and you're standing in your power. You deserve this. Stand in that power because you are enlightened. Now, this is just a time, like you're in a fertile waiting period at this time. And in this fertile waiting period, you're truly sitting on your throne. You're preparing yourself to sit on that throne and be proud of that throne. It's through your consistency. It's through your routine. It's through all the work that you're doing. Because it's taken a lot of work to set these boundaries. Sometimes you might think of someone from your past like, oh, I just wish they could have got it together. Maybe I should reach out to them. And then you're choosing not to. That's wisdom. That's discernment. Okay? There are going to be past situations that come up. But you're moving forward. You're thinking about your goals. You're working on your goals. And you have the wisdom to realize, I can't hit this person up. I want to, but I can't. Because I know what they on. I know what type of time they on. They greedy. They possessive. They jealous. They this. They that. You realize that you can't just be around everybody. Yeah. Second confirmation, okay? Your justice is individuals coming towards you that want to work with you, okay? King of Pentacles came out again. So that's pretty much meaning like you have a divine masculine that is in your energy, okay? Clarify this King of Pentacles, Holy Spirit. This justice. Yeah, you might be feeling like things aren't really going anywhere when it comes to this divine love coming your way. That is an illusion, boo. You are being prepared for it, okay? It's going to come in. It's going to come in. You have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. I ain't making it up. You're manifesting it, and it's coming in. So if you ever have feelings like, oh, maybe I'm going to be alone forever. Maybe I'm not going to have any friends. I'm not going to have this divine love. I'm not going to have this divine partnership. I'm not going to have this job. I'm not going to have this business. You are. Wheel of Fortune, second confirmation. You are. Good karma is coming your way. You are turning out of a toxic cycle. This is the time where you're pouring into yourself. All right? You might have an outfit that you like, I'm going to wait to wear this. Wear that, put that shit on. Okay? What you waiting for? Okay? When you're hoarding things and you're like waiting for a special moment or a special feeling to happen, that's procrastination, babe. Wear what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. You're not hurting anybody and you're not hurting yourself. Do it. The Most High is going to bless you with more. All right, and the reason why I came up with the example with clothes, I used to be the same way. I'll buy an outfit and I really love the outfit and I'm like, I'm going to wait to wear it. And then I've had times where I've never even got to wear it. Put that shit on. If you feel like doing it, if you feel like wearing it, if you feel like doing your makeup just to go to the corner store, if you feel like doing your makeup just to go grocery shopping, do that. That's pouring into you. That's healing your inner child. Okay? And that's also helping to build your confidence, okay? Your intuition is leading you straight to this new beginning. Straight to this new beginning. And it's all dependent that you remain confident and don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Any messages from the angels, Holy Spirit? Anything they need to know? Quiet your mind. Consider all your options before acting. I will heal and move on. You are in the energy of healing. You know, you're in the energy of thinking before you do things. You are in the energy of healing these wounds that have affected you for a long time, and you're actually in the space of moving on from them. Okay? And you're also working on grounding your energy when these things come up. You know, you're learning how to quiet your mind. Okay? Someone has, you know, intrusive thoughts. You're learning how to quiet that because you're realizing that that's not your higher self. This pessimistic, careless energy, being easily influenced, it's not happening. It's not happening because love is here. Love is here. The love for yourself will release any anxieties and fears that you may have. Okay? Expect a lot of relief in the days to come because they're definitely summoning your energy. They're projecting their energy onto you. So I don't know if you are around this individual or if they're just trying to hold onto your energy. It seems as though you're not around this person because we got necessary solitude, or you're being called to, if it's resonating for you with this individual that's coming up as cold-hearted, they're very sarcastic, they could be a little bit emotional, they're very overly critical, either of you, and also somebody's like very easily influenced. You need to get away from them. They are causing you those feelings of being too hard on yourself and not fully stepping and tapping into your power. Okay? Practice the self-control and be courageous to really speak up for yourself. Okay? Heavy judgment. Follow your intuition when it comes to you navigating through your path, especially when you have inner child-like wounds, which can bring up certain feelings for you. Clarify this 6 of Cups. Yeah. Your consistency is defeating these energies that are making you feel not so good. Because it seems as though like someone's trying to project energies to make you feel a certain type of way. And it's because they're greedy. Somebody's coming up as like an energy vampire. And it's like they see how much light you have. They see how beautiful you are, and they're trying to block this change from happening for you, but it's happening. You came up as the High Priestess. Then we had the Lovers. That is when you're pouring into yourself, okay? If you ever have feelings of insecurities, that is when you stand in that mirror and you tell yourself you are beautiful, you are loved, you are worthy of the love that you embody. Listen, Judgment, Ace of Cups, okay? Somebody is about to get their ass handed to them by the divine. The Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles came out in reverse. This individual is self-absorbed. They have no self-discipline for real. They really have no control over their life, their emotions, their feelings, and they're fucked up. Somebody is very obsessed with like how they're looking to other people, how they're seeming to other people. But they're also like, they're financially dependent, so they may feel as if that's all that matters, and it doesn't. You know, it doesn't. But they about to learn something real quick. I ain't even going to hold you. The Most High is definitely going to humble the fuck out of somebody. All right, so if it's any conflicts that you feel is happening, or somebody tries to come with you with conflict, either they just did it or it's gonna come, expect a positive outcome. Okay, and once you move through the situation with grace and stick up for yourself and stand in this love, light, and power that you have, it's gonna lead, okay, to this Ace of Pentacles, to these new opportunities, to a lot of deserved success, to these seeds actually sprouting. But someone definitely needs to speak up for themselves, okay? What I say? Knight of Cups, bottom of the deck. I'm gonna end it right here, okay? Speak the truth. And what behind it? What was behind it? Mess, karmic energy. And it's all dependent that you love yourself, because you loving yourself is going to help you achieve balance. Look at this Empress. You are a divine being, okay? Believing in yourself and loving yourself will help you to defeat any insecurities that you may have, because you literally have someone in you. I said in you. Somebody wants to be in your fucking skin. It's like somebody wants to be you, or somebody just wants you to feel some type of way because they don't want you to fully tap into your power. But that is when you do that aha and keep doing it. Keep striving, keep pushing, keep going. You are beautiful, you are loved, and don't let nobody play with you. All right? If this resonated, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue to live in love and light. Bye.